I'm here with Alliestrasza. Now, Allie's been involved with Parallel since the beginning. We actually talked about it a while back. And how did you know this game was going to be special from the get-go?
Okay, I think it was two things for me. One, first and foremost, it really was the team. I met them pretty early on, and I just really, really believed in them. They were good people, and they just had the right vision, and I just trusted them kind of from the get-go. And secondly, it was the universe and the world and the lore. I feel like you need a really cool world in order to grasp me personally, because I care a lot about that stuff. And so that combined with belief in the team is what cemented me to really take a chance on Parallel. And then once the game was actually playable, because I kind of learned about them before you could even really get your hands on the game, then I was like, okay, the game is also fun as well. So it was that combination of those things.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Now, you've been casting a lot of the Parallel events. Are we going to see you competing in any future events? What do you think?
So it's actually been a really amazing thing to learn how much I do love casting. I like being on camera, on broadcast, on stage, being the entertainer. So it's tough, but I do actually miss competing. And so I was thinking for next season, I would still like to be a caster first and foremost, but maybe there's some third-party events where I could dabble in and see how it goes with competing. We'll see. I've been thinking about it a little bit. So
okay, maybe some show matches or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm always down for a show match. That's fun.
All right, awesome. Last question is: outside of gaming, what's one of your biggest passions in life?
Well, I'm going to go with a recent passion because I'm obsessed with it now. But I only just learned how to ski 2 years ago, and it's I want to do it all the time because I love it. But so skiing's the new one, but music and concerts has always been my passion since the time I was in the 5th grade. And so finding new artists that I love and going to music concerts and festivals has always been a big thing for me. So yeah, skiing and music, that's my two. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool. Hi.
What's up, guys? I'm here with the awesome Viper. Now, Viper, you seem like you always keep your composure up there on stage and in these tournaments. Do you ever get nervous?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I used to get a lot more nervous in the past, but after playing so many tournaments, it's definitely less. But it still happens at times. I think during the knockout stages, the last game of each day, after exhaustion kicks in and didn't really eat or drink much during days and such, then yeah, definitely happens and affects my play still at times.
Okay, I don't know if you should have said that. Now maybe people are going to feel more confident against you. Next question is, do you have any tips? You're a really good player, obviously. Do you have any tips for the average card game player that wants to get better and play competitively?
I think the biggest tip to give anybody who wants to play card games competitively is to just not be results oriented. Just always try to play to improve, try to figure out the best move, and winning or losing doesn't matter. Just making the best play matters, and that in the long run will result good for you.
Okay, I like that answer. And last question, just a little fun thing. What's one of your biggest passions outside of gaming?
Well, this is a difficult question.
One?
Yeah, that's a hard one. No, I don't do that much outside of gaming. I just try to stay mentally, physically healthy, especially more in recent years. Try to get the boring 10K steps a day kind of thing, eat healthy meals and whatever. So that's probably what I put most time outside next to gaming into. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck out there. All right, I am here with Feno.
Hello.
Hey. So what is the first card game that you've played, actually?
The first card game that I ever played, I think, was Magic. I think it goes for a lot of people, probably. I don't know, either Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! I think maybe it was Yu-Gi-Oh!, but it was one of those two, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I know you are a phenomenal content creator, but also competitor as well. What's your favorite part? How do you really find a balance between the two? Because I know it's very difficult. You got to put a lot of time into each aspect.
Yeah. Well, it feels like streaming is also kind of like practicing a bit. I guess that's how I see it. I feel like you would need to play the games anyway to kind of keep up and be in shape and kind of know what's happening in the game. So the way I see it is something that you need to do for competition anyway. So might as well just do the content creation. It's like an extra part that you add a layer to the thing you were already doing. Right? You were already gonna play games so you might as well stream it and just have fun. Talk to people. That's also nice because you always get like opinions about things. People like to talk back.
Oh, they got a lot.
Yeah, they got a lot. So I like that part honestly. So yeah.
All right, awesome. And last question: outside of gaming, what would you say is one of your biggest passions in life?
Passions in life. I love learning stuff. I just like reading. I like studying stuff. So yeah, I think recently that's what I've been doing. I just read a lot, just into my books or stories or philosophy stuff, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
I am here with RDU. He's got the sweatshirt on, rocking the swag. I love it.
Yo.
Yeah,
Good to be here.
Yeah, so you've been competing for a long time. You've been playing games for a long time, card games. Do you have any advice for your younger self?
Not really. Just do the same thing as you want to do.
Okay. Next up is, are we ever going to see you competing in parallel tournaments in the future?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. Like, I really like the game Parallel. Like, it's literally giving me like the same vibes as like Hearthstone had in the beginning. The thing is, I'm focusing a lot on my stream, and I feel like I would be insulting other competitors if I feel like I could run a full-time stream for like 8-10 hours and then like also beat them in the tournaments.
Yeah.
But for example, Thais was like able to do that. Was like able to like make it to Worlds while not playing that much for like the last call system, just by playing like really well. I don't know. Like, it's definitely like a question, and I'll definitely like play a bit more Parallel this year than last year. And like maybe things are gonna like fall together into place where I can compete in some of the tournaments. But I still think it's very difficult to me to do really well against people like you and others that like play Parallel a lot more.
Nah, he just doesn't want to take all the wins from us. He's just trying to be humble. That's awesome though. We love having you in the community here. And last question is, outside of gaming, what's one of your biggest passions in life?
Food. I'm always like super passionate about food. Like I also have a cooking stream that I sometimes like do. But even outside of that cooking stream, I just feel like I'm so interested in like food, how it's made, how it's like harvested, and then like how you can combine it together to make some interesting dishes. It's like just like a very interesting passion to me. And like if I wouldn't be a gamer, I think I would be in the food industry somehow, somewhat connected there.
Yeah, when you're not cooking up those plays, you're making up some awesome dishes over there. Thank you so much, RDU. I am here with Thea. She's been hosting the Parallel World Championship. And what do you love most? I know you played a lot of card games in your day. Mm-hmm. What do you love most about card games?
I love the competitiveness as well as the community interaction. I love playing against other people who are smart and like-minded.
Okay, great answer. Next up, will we ever see you competing in parallel tournaments in the future?
Maybe. Okay, we have some stark competition. I don't know if I can even compete against them at this level. Perhaps, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't qualify, then it's like really big, big competition.
Yeah.
Outside of gaming, last question. Outside of gaming, what's one of your biggest passions in life?
Consciousness. I love the human brain. I love studying it. I love humans. So if you don't find me here, you'll find me in a laboratory doing some weird experiments.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. All right, guys, we're here with the amazing Lamby. First question, Lamby. Everybody wants to know, did you quit Snap?
The short answer is no. The long answer will be on my Twitch.
Okay. That was the meme question. But seriously, you come off as a very confident player. How important do you think confidence is in competitive esports or just competitive sports in general?
Yeah, so I think it's very different when you play live and when you play online, right? When you play live, there's like the atmosphere and everything. So I feel like having confidence is, firstly, yes, it's half the battle won, but having confidence live is also very important because you need to make sure that you don't present an image of like insecurity and like unsureness. And I think that's very important. Like presenting yourself as someone that's confident is very important going into like battle with your opponent that's literally right opposite you.
Yeah, I like that answer. Next question is, what do you like most about LAN events like this?
Yeah, so I think the side quest for LAN events is to know everybody and get to know everyone, make friends and stuff like that. So that's very fun. Obviously, we're here in Vegas right now, so the additional side quest part 2 is to gamble as well. But like other than that, I think the competing experience is still very different and very real when it's live. Because I used to do sports and like it's always live, right? So esports in a live environment feels like real competition, like real sports. So it's more exciting and it's more hyped as well.
It is going to be very hype here tomorrow. And last question, just a little fun question. What's one of your biggest passions outside of gaming?
Yeah, so I actually do music. Most of you don't know this,
What?
but I play the drums. So I haven't played it like religiously for a very long time, but I used to do it. I used to be in a band as well. So yeah, I want to pick up the drums again and like do it a bit more. That's one thing that I guess I could do like in off season or something like that.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow in the tournament. All right, I am here with Mookah. First question, very important question. What is the hair routine looking like?
It takes like 10 minutes with the blow dryer. It is a tried and true. No, I'm not lying. It's experimentation every day, but you know, just no product. Just let it work.
Wow.
I'm very lucky. I'm married, so my wife gives me all the legit stuff.
There you go.
And that's how you do it. Just blow dry and you know, peel it back with the hand. Let it. My hair is wavy. It works. So yeah, no secret sauce.
Oh, okay. I'm sure the fans will be disappointed. Next question is, have you always been playing card games? Have you always been interested in card games?
Yes. I played a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh for quite a bit. That was like my real hook. When was that? Like 2010? A lot of people know this story, but when I was in college, my freshman and sophomore year, I was making all my pocket money from buying and selling cards. Like I was trading a ton and playing in tournaments, like locals and whatever. And my now wife and my friends at the time did an intervention with me because I never told them where I was getting the money, and they thought I was selling drugs. But I said, it's much worse. I play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, okay. So I played a lot of that, and then I grinded Legend and Hearthstone a few times. So yeah, the TCG itch has always been there. And then when I found Parallel again, Parallel I actually found during another itch. I was playing Hearthstone a little bit. Then I left Hearthstone, I played Snap. Then I discovered Parallel. I was already in Web3 at the time, but I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going in on this. It filled the itch.
Yeah, it's actually funny you mentioned that about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I actually used to like buy and sell collections on like eBay back in the day with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like around that same time.
That
was a hustle.
It was a good hustle back then.
Next question is, what's your favorite part about casting Parallel tournaments?
I noticed there was a huge, like when I first started doing it, I really thought about like, what do I want to talk about? Like, you know, how do I keep it like entertaining, but also like educational? And then there was a huge boost in like my enjoyment of it when I just started imagining like I was in a Discord call and just like hanging out. And that's when I felt like I was having a ton of fun, and it was like, I was still able to like share the information. I imagine I was like in a Discord call, but there's also a friend that's never played Parallel before. So you're like kind of like quickly like, all right, this was super sick, but let me catch you up on this really quick, and then let's keep going. And that's where I found my flow, and that's where I have so much fun doing it now. Now it's like, I don't really consider it work. It's just like me hanging out.
I like that. And we could tell through the screen that you're having a good time.
I appreciate that.
Last question is, outside of gaming, what is one of your biggest passions in life?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Biggest passion in life.
Just one of them.
Yeah, I just don't want to be cheesy and say traveling, but it is traveling.
Traveling? Okay.
Like working with Parallel has been like a dream come true. Like I started traveling a lot more when I got married, and it's been a huge blast. But now like being able to come here, going to like Manila for the YGG tournament, like it's been so amazing. I love exploring different areas and meeting different people. Like that's what I enjoy the most. Like if you ever see me at these tournaments, I usually am cornering someone and like just talking to them for like an hour, just whatever. And it's so much fun. Like just that experience is like my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, you're already the longest interview I've had. Like my arm is getting very tired over here. It's shaking a lot.
My bad.
I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you so much for the interview though. And good luck tomorrow casting.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yo, I'm here with Tyler. And if you know Tyler, he is one of the most consistent grinders when he plays. He used to be triple legend in Hearthstone, triple #1 legend in Hearthstone. Tyler, how do you stay so focused on your grind?
Bro, like for me, it comes naturally. Like if I get addicted to a game, then I'll grind, man. So it's not like I have to force it something. If I just love a game, I'll grind it. That's just how it is, guys. I've told you before, even like off camera, right? That's just my personality. If I love something, then I just go all in on that one thing, and I just have to tunnel vision on it. So that's just my character, man.
Well, you do a great job at that. And last question is, outside of gaming, what is one of your biggest passions?
Right now, it's a sport called paddle. It's my huge passion, but I think just like sports in general, just like staying active. I just love being healthy. Right now, I love being healthy and active and like work on my physical strength. And I really think that for card games or strategy games, like being physically healthy, it transfers into your brain, man. It all matters, it all ties together. So for me, I've been trying to have a good balance between like physical training and mental training and playing games. So yeah, paddle, but all other sports too, man.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why my brain is so slow. All right. Thank you very much. I am here with Babybear. Now, Babybear, you have been competing in tournaments for a very long time. What's your favorite part about competing in general?
To be honest, I love the offline events, and meeting up with people is actually my main reason to compete. That's it. That's why I'm here today as a spectator as well.
Yeah, these offline events are awesome. And so you have a lot of tattoos.
I do.
If you were to get a parallel tattoo in the future, what do you think it would be?
You know, I actually have been thinking about this.
Okay.
And I think what would be really cool is just like very minimalistic, the 2 parallel bars, but like right here behind the ear, like subtle but cool.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to sponsor that, go ahead.
Okay, I like that. And last question, outside of gaming, what would you say is one of your biggest passions in life?
This sounds maybe really stupid, but
No.
I love everything that has to do with geography. And it's not really like, it's a bit gaming related, but not Hearthstone or Parallel. But there's this website, Sporkle, where you can do countries quizzes. And I do like the countries of the world, and I try to beat my personal best, or like the capitals of the world, and I try to beat my personal bests. And that's what I've been doing for the past few months, like almost every day.
Okay. Hey, that's a very interesting answer. I like it. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
All right, I am here with Jambre. Now, Jambre, you're known for like making like these wacky kind of deck creations and playing it to the top ranks.
Yes.
What is your favorite part of deck building?
I like just finding those weird cards that have like a kind of a little home, and then just trying to just extrapolate the rest of the deck around that and try and make it work.
Okay.
Sometimes people, they overlook cards, so I like to, try and give them a go. It doesn't often work out, but sometimes it does.
That is true, especially in Parallel. We don't have a lot of deck builders per se, people that go really off the grid. No pun intended, there's off the grid right here. So in Parallel, what do you think is like the most unexplored faction or parallel in the game?
I don't know about unexplored. Maybe underrated, I would say, would be Organ Core.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's just because it's my favorite, but I feel like ramping Organ Core decks are underplayed for sure. There's a lot of good cards within that, and then you just got that natural 4-turn-ish tempo swing that you get with the minions, which means any strategy you do, you've got like that safety net as well, which I think is really, really good.
Okay, I agree with that answer. I thought you were going to say that. It was kind of I set him up for it. But last question is just a little fun one. Outside of gaming, what would you say is one of your biggest passions that you have in life?
Outside of gaming, well, I would say poker, but it's another game, really. It's not kind of the same.
Yeah, we're not going to count that.
No, we're not going to count that. Okay, outside of gaming. Oh, The Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
I'm a big fan. Everything to do with that, yeah.
Is that why you have the hair like that? Or?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I don't tell people that, though. But secretly, we're trying to look a bit like Aragorn.
Just for this exclusive interview right here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I am here with FreeTipScout. Now, he is obviously one of the top casters for Parallel. How did you get in? Oh, let me just say as well, he's been a little sick. He's lost his voice for the weekend, but he's still out here casting, doing a great job, and doing this interview as well, which is really important. So, props to the man. But
you've got to soldier through. You've got to play through the pain.
He's doing it really well. First question is, how did you get into casting Parallel in general?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. A lot of people ask me that. Very randomly, I was just streaming Parallel, and I was very early on streaming Parallel. It was actually Paragon's DAO that kind of approached me. They must have been on one of my streams, and they wanted me to come and cast on one of their tournaments. I think they liked my sexy English voice, and so I said, hey, I'm happy to do it. I'd done one of the Paragon's tournaments that was kind of in conjunction with Parallel. And from there, I just became a bit of a regular fixture. So I was very, very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, the man with the golden voice.
Yeah.
Not today, but it's still unique. Next question is, what's your favorite part about casting parallel tournaments?
Okay, so I think my favorite part about casting parallel tournaments is that you never really know like what you're going to see. And so you're always having to think on the fly, and you're trying to anticipate what the opponents are doing as well with your knowledge, but you always learn something, right? As a caster, you kind of have to shuffle your feet really quickly and then try and explain it as well. So it's just so unique. No game is ever the same, and no cast ever feels the same. So it's always so fresh, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you get to see so many different things happen, so many like
Totally.
interactions that you maybe would never see.
Yeah. Also, I have to say this: you get to meet so many people, including the players, and you get to know them as well, and that's just so cool, man. Yeah, totally.
Awesome answer. Last question is, outside of Parallel, outside of card games, gaming in general, what's one of your biggest passions in life?
Oh, okay. One of my biggest passions in life is probably chasing women.
Okay.
But I've tried to park that a little bit. I think I've been doing that passion too much. But on a serious note, probably my other passion is actually just trying to develop as a professional. And so I'm often just trying to learn different skills and just trying to learn different strategies and different mindsets, you know, so reading books that can give me different perspectives that I can then use to grow as a professional. I know that sounds very, very like cliche, but honestly, I think at some point you get to a stage in your life where you're like, okay, I'm happy with who I am, but how can I get better? And what's the way to get better in that area? Because I don't know that area. Or maybe you meet someone and you're like, oh, that's so cool what they do, but I don't know how to do it. So maybe I just need to like look into it and figure out, can I do a little bit of that? So I'm just always on the look for ways that I can improve and develop my knowledge and my skills. And so that's really become more of my main passion rather than the chasing women part.
Okay, yeah, that's why I'm doing these interviews, so I can pretend like I'm becoming more professional, so I can seem like I'm getting more professional out here.
We probably need to cut the chasing the women part, actually.
Hey, any Parallel ladies out there? You know what I'm saying? No, thank you so much.
That's right.
I am here with Manos, one of the greatest players in Parallel history. First question, everybody's been thinking it. How do you get your mustache looking like that? What's the mustache routine looking like?
I don't have a routine. People have been telling me like I'm supposed to wax it, comb it. I don't know. I just let it go.
Wow, all natural. Love to see it. Next question is, what would be your top tip for new players getting into card games?
Ooh, watch Lamby. new in general, I'm not sure.
Okay, very humble. He's got too many.
Yeah.
If you could delete one parallel or faction from the game, which one would it be?
It'd have to be Shroud, just because they are always like limiting on what, Iraq you can't play at all. I'd say they're the most limiting, but they also have their place. So I wouldn't want to delete any of them, but it'd have to be Shroud.
Okay, you heard it. You should play Shroud if you're going against Manos. Trigger him a little bit. Last question is, outside of gaming, what would you say is one of your biggest passions in life?
Biggest passion? Don't have any. It's gaming.
Wow. All right, he's dedicated. Thank you. I am here with Quinto. Now, first question, really important for the fans. What kind of accent do you have? It's really nice.
Well, it's Panamanian accent. It's actually, I speak Spanish, so I try to speak English in the best way possible, but definitely there's an accent.
Okay, we love it though. Next question is, now you did compete like at a very high level in Parallel early on. What other card games have you competed at a high level in?
Well, I've never competed at a high level in any other card game. I did play Hearthstone. Well, actually, like if you consider like high rank, high level, yeah, then Hearthstone, I would say, but not like in a competitive scene where it's like tournaments or anything.
Okay. And what would you consider, so you're a caster, obviously you're one of the main casters for Parallel. What's your favorite part about casting Parallel tournaments?
I mean, I love it. Like I know the game inside out. Like many of the times I can know what's gonna happen. Basically, definitely it's a way for me to also get into the scene without having to compete, which is something that I can dedicate my time to competing. So being a caster is it's my feet into the fray. You know.
He's just trying to spare all the rest of us because he knows he would dominate. Last question is, outside of gaming, what's one of your biggest passions in life?
Crypto.
Okay.
I mean, I love crypto. I love like the idea behind it. Definitely, it's a industry, and especially Web3 gaming. It's an industry that's still it's really, really early. Like even if we have been through ups and downs and through some years of it, I think it's a baby compared to other industries in the world. And I'm excited to be like working alongside with Parallel, with Paragons, and developing that new future that's gonna be like Web3 gaming, crypto, finances, and all of that.
Awesome, I agree. All right, thank you very much. I am here with LegitBadGy. He's not such a bad guy though. First question is, when did you start playing Parallel?
I started playing Parallel in July of 24. I came over from Marvel Snap and never looked back.
Oh, wow. Okay. I feel the same way. Next question is, what's your favorite Parallel or faction?
I'm an Earthen main. There's only like 4 of us, but welcome to the Grove is all I got to say.
Okay, good answer. Last question is, who do you think is going to win the tournament tomorrow?
I think it's going to be between Lamby and Thea. Tice. This will be one.
Tice, yeah.
Tice, sorry. One of those two, I think, got it for sure. I think Tice is a sleeper. People think he doesn't play enough, but I think his knowledge of card games is absurd. And then Lamby, as we know, is just next level when it comes to Parallel. So I think those two heavyweights in the finals would be kind of crazy.
All right, good answer. If I was in the tournament, he would have said me, but we'll take it. Thank you very much. I'm here with Sattena. When did you start playing Parallel?
Started playing in April of 24. End of April. Malston told me to start playing it instead of Magic the Gathering, and it's been so much more fun.
All right, smart man. What is your favorite Parallel in the game?
Ooh, I really like the mechanics behind Shroud, but I also really love Iraq as a Paragon.
Okay, good answers. And the last question is, who do you think is going to win the tournament tomorrow?
I think Viper's going to win the tournament tomorrow.
Okay, that's my pick as well, actually.
Sounds
All
good.
right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Cyoplasm.
What up?
So, when did you start playing Parallel?
It was September last year, so not very long. It's my first year in the game. Yeah.
Okay, welcome in. What is your favorite Parallel / faction right now?
Oh, I'm Earthen main. Yeah, Nehemiah. Although I wish Gafar was playable right now. That would be dope.
What about Shoshana? No Shoshana, no Shoshana love?
No love, yeah, I don't know. I don't play her much.
Okay. Last question is, who do you think is going to win the tournament tomorrow?
Oh, I think I got to go with Lamby, but my finals is Lamby and Sequinox. But yeah, I got to go with your arch nemesis, unfortunately. Everybody's arch nemesis. Right?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here with DragonSpit. I have some questions for you. When did you start playing Parallel?
Pretty early on. I think I came in package drop 2, and then I was part of Alpha. And so I've been around in the ecosystem for quite a bit of time. I was first international mod, and now I'm a moderator for the Discord, and I help run Exile.
Okay. Next question is, what's your favorite Parallel or faction in the game?
I was an original Shroud. Bought lots of Shroud cards, but then the Parasets came around, and I dove into that. But currently, Algencore has been my favorite. I've been playing several different types of decks, and it's been what I've played most lately.
It's a good time to be an Augencore player.
Yeah.
Last question is, who do you think is going to win the tournament? There's so many great competitors, but if you had to pick one, who do you think?
I have to rep my Exile people. I want to pick Kintsugi because he did so well on the minor tournaments, was placing on every single one of them, and he's going to hit a big break now.
All right, sounds good. We'll be rooting for him. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you very much.
I am here with Moeyjac. Now, when did you start playing Parallel?
I started playing Parallel when it first dropped in the alpha. I was actually the second place winner, I don't know if you call it winner, of the very first Parallel tournament. So I hold that close to my heart. I started getting into the Parallel scene around PD2 though.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool. What would you say is your favorite Parallel / faction in the game?
100% Cathari. Has to be Cathari. I literally on my X, as soon as I got into Parallel, changed my bio to have Cathari Maxi. My location is Europa. From the beginning, I absolutely love Cathari. Love the swarm mechanics. Totally.
It's been a good time to be a Cathari fan. You might get a lot of hate, but all right. Last question is: who do you think is going to win the tournament?
I got to root for one of my boys, the Exile boy, Sparkling. I think he could pull it out. Dude's a beast, really great guy. I want to see him win. Of course, Exile's going to take it down. That has to be. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.